Hello there, and welcome to another episode of WOK Talk. This is, I suppose it's just a regular episode of WOK Talk. We still haven't changed locations yet. I'm filming Electric Sheep out in the garage now, but I'm still going to film the WOK Talk down here for now in the basement. But it's still a little underdressed. Most of our flags and everything are still taken down, with the exception of our little Canada flag wheel there. As always, I'm going to do 5 squats, holding my titanium shield, known as the Walk for Lost Loved Ones, WOK, and it is to celebrate the Walk for Lost Loved Ones, WALK, because for my Walk for Lost Loved Ones every week, I carry the pallet 10 kilometers to raise awareness for suicide prevention. And but the squats I do were previously in preparation for the 50-mile pallet carry I did in May. And so the squats I do now are to prepare for the next walk, but also to celebrate that 50-mile pallet carry. So that's my long little intro where I explain what I'm doing. I should have a fact about the walk or the walk, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if I have a fact about the walk just yet. I'm still preparing to cook with this sucker. And so the fact is, I don't know what I'm going to cook on it just yet. I was thinking about maybe deep frying some potatoes, making French fries, but I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. So it's kind of a lame fact. So let's get on with the squats already so we can get on with our discussion about superheroes. As much as I am a real-life superhero, sometimes my topics fail to be about that, but today it's going to be all about real-life superheroes. So let's hurry up and do the squats, and then we'll talk about Master Legend and our new upcoming star who's bigger than the fucking universe, Skyline superhero. And I get to correct him. Sorry, I got to be a bit of a dick there because, man, that guy seems like he can do no wrong. But I found an example of him saying some untruths in his superhero Iceberg, and it just took me a while to find the evidence. So let's talk about that in a second. First, let's do the squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty. Okay. The thing that I want to talk about is Skyline is a little harsh on Phoenix Jones, and fair enough. Like any real-life superhero, he's deserving of a little criticism here and there. Maybe more than some. But something that Skyline said about Phoenix didn't completely rub me the right way. He said that Phoenix is one of the only real-life superheroes who has never participated in homeless handouts. Because he's famous for his whole... saying that if you hand out food to homeless people, you're a real-life sandwich handler. And that's what he's known for. One of the things that he's known for. But the truth of the matter is, I was just listening to Comic Tropes talk about his year as a real-life superhero. And he did mention that even though he didn't like it, Phoenix did in fact do the homeless handouts. And so, that's just a straight up, I got to correct you there, Skyline. It's not a huge one, and I understand how you came to that conclusion. But there is evidence to the contrary. I trust Comic Tropes' retelling of events because he was, I believe, Omega. And he was out there. He was out there, and he hung around with Phoenix Jones and shit. So... And he's also critical of Phoenix Jones. It's not like he's making up stuff just to cover for him. He's just like even when he said he didn't like it, but he did say that it does indeed happen. Uh, Also on real life superhero news, I'm listening to a YouTube documentary. I should probably bring it up, but it doesn't really matter which one it is. It's a YouTube documentary who has got a hold of one of the superhero wikis that has been vandalized by Renegade. He is on record as being like the greatest real life superhero ever, and all the female superheroes want him and will leave their men to be with him. And someone was reporting on Phoenix Jones and just reported that like it was fact. So they reported that Purple Rain left Phoenix Jones for the Renegade, and it's like he is an internet troll that, as far as I can tell, infiltrated the wiki and just added himself in there all over the fucking place, and then vandalizes other real life superheroes entries to be really insulting and say they did basically nothing. Like I think Captain Ozone got a pretty harsh vandalism by him. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta like read between the lines a little bit, and but it's kind of funny to think that this guy actually thought that Renegade was a real life superhero because it's written on the wiki. There he is. He's the big badass guy. But it also said in there that people don't know if he's real or not. And he has all these super villains, and it's like, it's very questionable. But I think he pointed out in being a troll, he kind of highlighted the whole issue with real life superheroes, or a issue is that you're taking a lot of stuff for granted. Phoenix Jones was really good for the fact that he recorded a lot of what he does, and I guess a lot of real life superheroes nowadays record all of their patrols and everywhere they go. I'm in the minority, and I don't do that myself. I'm not against the idea of having a body cam or something for just in case. I may end up doing that in the future, but I don't get in enough altercations to justify filming myself all the time. And I think that makes people uncomfortable who don't want to be filmed. A lot of like people will just get pissed off at you for having a camera, and I feel like if I just have a camera mounted on myself, I'm going to get into more confrontations because of the camera. It's not that the camera is going to save me from confrontation. That's just where I'm at. I think that's just smart for my situation because I want to be handing out to the homeless, and I don't want them thinking that I'm recording them or anything like that. I think other people have ways they work around it. Either they just don't publish the footage, or they shut their cameras off at certain times. I'm not really sure how people do it. That's the main reason why I don't do it, is because it's one more thing to manage. I mostly focus on filming my walks. I didn't always do that, but people think I'm full of shit, and fair enough. If you want a real life superhero, I'll prove real life with real life footage that I carried the pallet 50 miles. So check out my shorts for that. In my shorts, I have my congratulations for getting to this day in human history. I've been trying to do those every day. But I also try to do every day, upload one of my shorts from going to Beaver Lodge and back, carrying the pallet. And some of the perspective isn't great. All the really good footage was at the beginning of the walk. And then we got told by the RCMP that my camera lady can't drive behind me on the shoulder of the road and film me. And so I had to just film myself. And so the footage lacks quite a bit. We're going to try to figure out a solution to that next year. But in the meantime, I've just been selfie camming myself while I've been doing the weekly pallet carries. I've just been filming myself with the selfie, and then also filming with the camera facing the other way, showing you where I'm walking. But I can't get a nice perspective like from far away of me carrying the pallet. I just can only show you what I can. You can see me carrying the pallet, but it's hard to see where I'm actually moving. And so I got a lot of room for improvement. I understand my YouTube channel is not a polished gem by any means. I've made the claim that my YouTube channel is better than Phoenix Jones's. But he had actual like camera work, like people filming him. And the only reason why his channel isn't like big and huge is because of the low quality footage, really. If it was like perfect quality footage, I feel like it would still be gaining popularity. I also think that Phoenix should really revisit his YouTube channel and show it some love, because like his YouTube channel has a lot of advertising and different documentaries and all sorts of stuff. And then you go and visit the channel and maybe like try to interact with the videos. You don't get a reply from that shit. That channel. I don't even know. Does he even know how to sign into his YouTube account anymore? Is that the problem? But I would say that's the main reason why my channel is better than Phoenix Jones is my channel's not dead, but I don't have the level of action that Phoenix Jones had either. But I also think that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I don't carry pepper spray. I don't carry a shock baton. I carry a foam shield. And this is a fairly recent addition, because I mostly don't deal with a lot of conflicts. But in 2026, I intervened in 2 different fights. And in both of those situations, I think this foam shield would have helped me. Yeah. Yeah, that's just where I'm at right now. I don't think more action is better. I understand when you think real life superhero, you might want me to be proactive and seeking out crime on the street, and it's like the main crime that I will stop is a fight happening. I'm not going to stop. I'm not stopping drug users from using their drugs. I'm not even going to lecture them or give them a hard time about it. I'm going to hand them a lighter, okay? Because I understand from being on the street, a lighter, if you don't have that lighter or somebody yoinks your lighter, doesn't realize it, you put lighter in your pocket by reflex. Fights start over something simple like lighters, so that's why I hand out lighters. I have said that before, but I just wanted to emphasize that again. That's why I do that. Not everybody understands why I hand out lighters or chocolate bars, because chocolate bars aren't healthy, but they're a treat. They're a nice little treat. Yeah. But the other thing I want to talk about, I would like to do a longer video on this, and I will if I get permission from the other person in this conversation. But I've been in an ongoing Facebook conversation in Master Legends comments, actually. It's not in my own comments, but somebody was laying the boots to Master Legend pretty harshly. And so I kind of jumped in and he's like, where do you get off making your problems into an excuse to like criticize people and all this stuff? And I was like, well, where do you get off being such a dick to a veteran of the street, And then we went back and forth, and I explained my position on Master Legend, and I'm not defending all real-life superheroes, because he had some legitimate criticisms about the behavior of some real-life superheroes online. Basically, some heinous things were being said. So far, I haven't gotten a lot of details on what was being said, but I don't disbelieve it. I believe... with all and what I basically said to him is, if you're speaking out against it and it's bad, you are the hero. But I also understand that people have beliefs. People have all this information bombarding them from the internet and beyond, and people can end up thinking different conspiracy theories or different religious beliefs lead them to very complicated, very harsh positions. So I try not to judge anybody too harshly just by their words. Sometimes their actions mean more than that. And we don't see people's actions on the internet. That's what I should have put in there that I didn't say. We don't see people's actions on the internet, but we're trying to judge them by just their words. And so that's why I try to put my actions out on the internet and publish things. But I'm out of time here. We'll talk about this more in the future if I get permission to. I'll just leave it at that. I'm Captain Canada, and you are my viewers. I love you. I want to thank you for watching. I want to wish you all luck in the world. I love you, and I want you to remember that suicide is never the answer. Peace out for now.